New tonight, a man paying it forward by picking up the tab for strangers at this local Waffle House. Instead of a thank you, he got shot in the head.
Cops say one man was so angry he did not get his bill paid, he shot that Good Samaritan.
The news station's Lara Greenberg live in Gainesville tonight with the story. Lara.
Charles and Luann, deputies were actually right here a few doors down from the Waffle House when this all happened early yesterday morning. And today we're learning that crazy new detail that this all started over someone not getting a free meal.
How did it go so bad so fast?
This guy, Ezekiel Hicks, locked up tonight, charged with murdering a man who deputies say spent his last moments paying it forward. It happened early yesterday morning at this Waffle House in Gainesville. They say Hicks shot and killed Craig Brewer after they started fighting. But the real shock, what they were fighting about. According to this report, the victim was a do-gooder who was paying for some customers' meals and also passing out $20 bills. But one woman started arguing with him because he did not pay for her meal.
It really does make you wonder.
Then Hicks, who was with that woman, stepped in, fighting with the guy until deputies say he went outside, got a gun, and shot and killed him, firing several shots to his head. When deputies arrived, they say Hicks admitted to the shooting.
This is an individual who has a family, and how this went from something that could have been good to something so tragic so fast, we simply have to find that out.
And deputies tell me part of the reason that they were already on their way over here is because Waffle House employees had already called them for having so many people here early yesterday morning that they were trying to clear out of the establishment. And Hicks is locked up in Alachua County tonight. Live in Gainesville, Lara Greenberg, Fox 35 News.
An early morning argument at the Newberry Road Waffle House.
And nobody's listening. It's getting out of control.
Turns deadly.
Literally, a dude just got shot in the head. I'm so sorry.
Deputies say 25-year-old Ezekiel Hicks was in the Waffle House around 3 a.m. when he got into an argument with 41-year-old Craig Brewer.
That's what officials say. Hicks walked out of the restaurant, then came back in fully armed.
During the course of that physical fight, he takes the gun from his pants and shoots the victim.
3 gunshot wounds. I see one in the head right now.
Brewer was pronounced dead at the scene. Within minutes, deputies who were already heading to the scene to disperse the crowd arrested Hicks nearby and located the gun.
What happened that night is no mystery. There is actual video evidence of the homicide occurring. We will now spend the days, weeks, and months ahead to figure out why it happened.
Hicks is now in the Alachua County Jail and is charged with first-degree murder and carrying a concealed weapon.
Before I even get started with this commentary, allow me to offer my condolences to the family of Craig Brewer. That was a very senseless way to go, and all he was doing was being a good Samaritan and helping people out with their bill, at that Waffle House establishment. It's just very unfortunate that he had to lose his life to something so reckless and so pointless. All he was doing was trying to help some people out. And there's no wrong in that, especially in the stages that a lot of people see the black community in today, where they feel we don't help each other out and we don't do enough for other people. And here you had this man who was doing a little bit with what he could to help some people out, and he ended up losing his life because of some foolishness. Now that I have taken care of that, let me move on to this motherfucker right here, this Ezekiel Hicks, only 25 years old. 25, young, killed that man Craig Brewer, who was 41, by the way, and by looking at him you wouldn't even know that he was 41. You probably thought maybe at the least maybe in his 30s. Killed this man, and notice in a news report it said because his woman or a woman that he was with got upset because they didn't pay his bill. Who's to say that maybe he ran out of funds to pay his bill? A meal, first off, a meal at Waffle House is not even expensive unless you order the whole damn menu. And by looking at this Ezekiel Hicks character, I wouldn't be surprised if he ordered half that damn menu. So I would like the woman that he was with, they need to bring her into this as well, because she definitely was the catalyst that led to this even happening, to be quite honest, in my honest opinion. Ran out there, got a gun, came back, got into an altercation with this guy and shot him dead right there in front of everybody in front of that Waffle House. And what's so sad about the whole thing is they said the whole thing was caught on the cameras. Like the law enforcement, everybody literally had to sit there and watch that entire footage of everything that started when it happened, leading up to it. This is one of those cases where this guy can't even attempt to walk away from it. Not that he could, because it captured everything from beginning to end. And in most cases nowadays, when it comes to stuff like this, it's rare that happens, because a lot of times when people record things on video, it usually catches from a certain point, that point not being the very beginning, all the way to the end, if it even captures the end. But the surveillance cameras in the establishment actually caught everything from the time he started saying he was going to pay for people's bills all the way up to the point where he got killed. That had to be traumatizing for everybody in that establishment, probably with the exception of the guy who pulled the trigger. All because some chick said that she got upset. And she probably ran and told him, like, look, he didn't pay for our bill, so what you going to do about it? And he probably did. If he did, he is one of the biggest, dumbest simps in the world right now. Well, I hope it was worth it, because guess what? Where you're going, Ezekiel Hicks, there won't be any Waffle House style food there. You'll be eating like the pig that you are, and the hog that you're shaped like. I hope, like I said, I hope it was worth it. Because you ended 2 lives. This man who was being a good Samaritan, and yourself for being a dumbass. But y'all let me know what you think about this down in the comments, and I'll talk to you in the next one.